Hi, and thank you so much for joining me for today. I have just come from the gym and I need to do an upper body stretch. So I thought I would show you guys what I do for an upper body stretch. So hopefully you've got your mat ready and just ready to kind of loosen up all those muscles, specifically the upper body. Okay, so from here, come into a seated position, kneeling, whatever's most comfortable. And we're just going to open up the chest and take those arms back, feeling that stretch right across the shoulders, right across the chest. And breathe. Remember to breathe. Good. Hold it there. And then nice big inhale. On the exhale, we're going to round the back. So imagine you're reaching over a beach ball. Try and separate the shoulder blades for that stretch across the shoulder blades, all the way into the shoulders, across that upper back. Good. Really try and separate the shoulder blades, chin to that chest, and then inhale. On the exhale, this time we're going to take the hands all the way behind and open up the chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades together now. Good. So right across the chest, into the shoulders, into those biceps as well. Good. Hold it there. Breathe into it. Wonderful. And then inhale. On the exhale, gently release. Good. Lean to the side. Let's go for a stretch all across the armpit into the obliques. And then inhale. On the exhale, onto the other side. Wonderful. And then back to center. Good. Okay, come up into an all fours position. Let's go for a cat and cow stretch. So we're just going to stretch out all of those back muscles, especially that erector spinae. So when you're ready, we're going to round the back, squeeze that core, and then bring that chin up, tilt that pelvis away. Good. So exhale, squeeze that core round the back. Inhale, chin up, tuck that tailbone away. Good. And just see what movement you've got in that spine. Okay, we're going to go for one more of these. And then we're going to come to a neutral position with that spine. Look to your left, bring your bottom to the left. Look to the right, bring your bottom to the right. Look to the left, bottom to the left. Look to the right, bottom to the right. Let's just do a few more of these. Good. One more either side. And then back to center. Good. From here, we're going to thread the needle. So we're going to bring one arm through. Relax the head down on the mat. That's the important bit. And then hold that stretch. Try and get that rotation in. So hold it there. Relax into it. Hopefully you'll feel that stretch across the shoulder there. Relax the head down. Take some nice deep breaths. A bit of a spine stretch. And then inhale. On the exhale, come back to center. Reach the other arm through. Same again. Relax the head down on the mat. Feel that stretch across the shoulder. On every exhale, I know it's a little bit awkward, but on every exhale, try and breathe into that stretch. And then inhale. On the exhale, gently release. Good, back to center. Okay, we're going to push forward and open up the core, open up those hips. So try and push the hands in towards the mat. Push yourself away. So try and separate the rib cage from the pelvis there. And then take a nice big inhale. On the exhale, we're going to take it back into a child's pose. Come into a stretch. Reach those fingertips as far as you comfortably can. Bring the thumbs touching. Really feeling that upper back, having a good old stretch. And then inhale. On the exhale, separate the hands. Take it forward again. Drop those hips. Wonderful. Nice big inhale. On the exhale, take it back. So take that back into that child's pose. Lovely. Extend those fingertips forward, thumbs touching again. Really extend those fingertips as far as you comfortably can. And then nice big inhale. On the exhale, we're going to do one more of these. So take it forward, drop those hips. Good. If your neck will allow it and you would like to, you're welcome to look over one side. Center. Other side. Center. Let's just do one more either side. And then take it back to your child's pose. We're going to take both hands over to one side. Extend those fingertips. Feel that stretch in that armpit. Really try and breathe into that stretch. And then inhale. On the exhale, take it onto the other side. Extend those fingertips. Feel that stretch right down that armpit. Good. And then reach it back to center. Extend the fingertips all the way as much as you can. And then inhale. On the exhale, gently come back to center. Wonderful. Okay, come back up to your seated position. So this time I'm actually going to sit down rather than on my heels. Okay, from here, let's just get a little bit of a spine stretch. So draw one leg in towards the chest, give it a hug. So lean over towards your bent leg, and then we're going to add a nice twist into there. Hold that stretch. Inhale. On the exhale, back to center. Good. Draw the other leg in, give it a hug. Sit up as tall as you can, and you're going to lean over that bent knee. Add that rotation if you can. And then inhale. On the exhale, come back to center. Okay, you can be in your seated position. I'm going to come up to my kneeling because I quite like just to sit on my heels because then my feet actually get quite a nice stretch. So from here, just roll the shoulders up and back down. Wonderful. Okay, we're then going to inhale, bring the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, drop down. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, drop down. Two more. Last one. Okay, draw one arm across. We're going to feel that stretch in the shoulder. Last little bit for me. So really draw that arm across. Just watch out you're not pulling on the elbow joint. Try and drop that shoulder down. Feel that stretch across the shoulder. And then with that same arm, we're going to take it up and back and go into that tricep stretch there. Good, keep breathing. And then when you're ready, gently release onto the other side. So other arm across into that shoulder stretch. And then we're going for the triceps, so up and back. Wonderful, keep hold, keep breathing. And then gently release. Good, okay, inhale to look one way with the neck. Exhale to look the other way. Inhale for one way, exhale to look the other way. So you can go for a half head circle, you can go for a full head circle, I don't mind. Just make sure you go both directions. And then when you're ready, bring that chin to that chest, feel that stretch at the back of the neck. If you want to increase it, place the hands on the head and relax the elbows. So we're feeling that stretch at the back of the neck. And then inhale. On the exhale, very gently bring it back up to center. Lovely. Reach up towards the ceiling. Let's go for a little lean to the side. Oh, lovely. And then center. Lean to the other side. Good. Back to center. Nice big inhale. On the exhale, float those arms down. Wonderful. Brilliant. Thank you so much for joining me for just a little upper body stretch. I know I needed that and hopefully you've benefited from it as well. So if you do like these videos on YouTube, please do subscribe. Your support means the world to me. Please do like, share, spread the word basically, because stretching your body is just so beneficial. We ideally need to be stretching a little bit every day if we're able to, but hopefully that has really helped just loosen up the upper body a little bit, because we do often hold a lot of tension in our neck and our shoulders as well. So have a fantastic rest of the day, and hopefully I will get to see you soon.